Okay,
But
so
yeah, I put the bot in. Y'all can start.
what? All right. So you agree Awakened Law would just dick down Kaido,
No
right?
premise, no nothing. Straight to
No,
the sauce.
Yeah, straight to the sauce. I don't care about that bullshit.
no
Cold.
wise lore about Kaido.
Yeah. So like besides like all the Big Mom statements of them being equal, Big Mom directly just says that like no one has ever damaged her that much like unless like it was like decades earlier, and she like literally fought Kaido like not even like a week ago.
Yeah, that's fine. I just don't think Kaido and Big Mom went to the end depths of the fight to the point they're going to be taking serious injuries. Like they scale to each other to such a degree they were just having trouble hitting each other. Like the power they were using within that fight.
What it sounds to me is that like they're so equal that they're barely damaging each other. But like when it comes to like Law and Kid, when they're attacking Big Mom, like she can't even counter it. Like she like literally loses like every interaction. She breaks her bones. Like she's not breaking her bones in any interaction with Kaido.
I said the version of which fought Kaido, like
I don't
the
think the form
version
matters
of
in my opinion.
Kaido. Okay, the forms. Why would the forms not matter?
Because we see despite any form she's still capable of keeping up with him producing like outputs on power to him. Like we see when they do Conquer the Sea or whatever Samarti, Kaido directly asks her if she's gotten weaker, because if she has she can't keep up with him. And when she's in like
Yeah,
deep
obviously.
and she says nigga hell no, and then guess what happens, she does Samarti. So like it's obvious that like she's on the same level she portrayed to be equal to him.
So, do you think they were using the full amount of their haki and the other abilities within this scan?
Oh, that's what Kaido implies, yes, because he says directly if she's gotten weaker, so he's not going to go down to her. He's asking her if she can come to him.
Like physically, Kaido can be telling, yes, he can say physically, you're gonna have to have the body and physicals required to do perform this with me. But in terms of haki and all the other supernatural abilities these two possess,
Well, wait,
why there's
they
gonna be.
passively coat their bodies in hockey, right?
You said what?
They passively coat their bodies in hockey, right? You know that, right?
Yeah, they can passively
No, it's not
put their
can. They
body
just
in
did. Like
haki.
we see when Big Mom gets defeated by the last damn puck, her body explodes in hockey, conquers hockey. So
Show me that.
I got you.
Yo, Ghetto Jin is cold, bro.
Yo, not gonna lie, that was so cold, bro. Not can, but did. That's so cold. I'm telling you guys, it's the rhetorical antics, bro. It's the rhetorical antics.
Does not fucking exist. What the fuck is he waffling about?
Hey, Oshi, we do not accept outside help.
Why is Oshi acting like Jen wouldn't like put him in like a muzzle? Like, what is he talking about?
For real.
We'll
Let me
put
look
him
at
in
the
a
chapter
cage,
Big
bro. We'll
Mom
be
gets
back.
defeated. Big Mom loses. Let's see. Big Mom defeat chapter.
I think it's chapter 1039 or some shit like that.
1039. Yeah, it probably is that. Yeah, let me see.
Around there. That's either the chapter or the chapter before she gets defeated.
My manga. See, let's get that One Piece. They gotta catch up the colored version, bro. That colored version's so lit.
Yeah, it's chapter 1040. There's no colored
1040.
version of this chapter.
Yeah, I know. They need to catch it up, bro.
Yo, by the way, Jen, can you send me you versus Aeroflame with the judges or no?
Which one? There's like
The one that you think that you won.
that was our first one, and Kingdom Debates.
All right, send me the rec. I'm gonna watch it because I was watching it for a little bit, and unironically, I thought that you were winning, but
Well, that's the reason why we redebated it, because like I'll have to probably like scroll up in our DMs, but like I'm pretty sure he says it like during our like the second or third recording. He's like you beat me the first time, whatever, but like I'm back and I'm better now. I'm a beast incarnate. I'm like, damn, what the fuck?
what?
I'm like, okay, Arrow. But yeah, here
Ghetto Jin versus Arrow will be crazy.
Bro, Teddy's aura is so crazy, dude. It's like so fucking vast.
Okay, bro.
Oh my god.
There you go.
So you're saying that's flatline. You're saying that's hockey.
Yep.
Don't you think the context is different?
Nope. Because we already know that we already know that at this point in time that like advanced type of hockeys like is invisible as opposed to like visually shown. These high tier characters are shown to this basically stated by Luffy, like when we get into the pre-time skip and later in part time skips, the post later in the part time skips, that they just have advanced hockey control. So they are just gonna have the invisible stuff. We just already see earlier when Big Mom was like not even in control of her body, or she was like she couldn't do anything. She just passively emitting hockey just by existing. When she got that whole wedding shit. So I think it's perfectly fine to even to say this is just her hockey alluded after she got defeated.
Right. But I think like depending on the situations he's in, like yeah, you can passively exude hockey, but the amount of hockey you can exude can be like conscious. Like you can't consciously decide how much hockey you are exuding at once. So what I'm saying is, well, physically, Big Mom has to have the body to maintain a combo attack with Kaido, but hockey-wise, they might not be going all out with hockey. I just don't think we can come to the conclusive conclusion that Kaido would scale to Big Mom in all facets. Like, yeah, sure, she has a physical body.
If they're using Conqueror's hockey, yeah. If they're using Conqueror's hockey, yeah. You can't hold back Conqueror's hockey.
You said what?
Cold.
You can't hold back Conqueror's hockey. So if they're using Conqueror's hockey, yeah.
You don't think you can hold back Conqueror's hockey?
Conqueror's hockey, by definition, when Ray first explains it, is it only gets as strong as you are. It's literally just the perfect in relation to you. As opposed to argument where you can hold back your speed, your force, with the force equation. It's like putting secondary armor around. You can hold back a bit, like light punch with a heavy armor. Yeah. You can hold back. But with Conquerors, it's literally just like if you're this strong, this is going to get a
Sure. In terms of armament hockey, though, like I'm gonna attack the Conqueror's hockey thing, but armament hockey is also going to be a hockey statistic in which obviously could also be suppressed for either one of them. But yeah, for the hockey,
I'm reading that. I agree, argument. I already said that. I don't know why you're gonna attack
okay.
That.
Sure. Okay, that's fine. And so they're not going to be used. Like we can't say they're using the same amount of armament hockey. But as for the Conqueror's hockey thing, I don't think that's what Rayleigh means. I don't think he means all the hockey skills to the user, because I don't. That's like not what it says. Do you want me to grab the rules?
Why is that nonsense?
Yeah, so I'll grab you now.
Especially the way Oda explains it, how it's supposed to be like. It's supposed to be like when I think it's in the SBS where they're comparing Rayleigh and Shanks's. Like he Oda says like it's supposed to be like comparing how strong your opponent is to you. Like if you're actually worth a fight, like you can't compare it unless like if you're like comparing like someone's full power. That's why like you're getting one shot, they're not getting one shot. Like it's not.
Yeah, well, obviously, yeah. If you check general, it says the user spirit is strengthened only through the individual's growth, right? So obviously, growth in what? It's not going to be the growth in one's strength or physicals. It's going to be the one's growth in the mastery of Conqueror's hockey. That's just how I interpret this now. Just like any other fucking version of hockey, observation hockey and armament hockey, you can train it. You can grow in mastery. I think you can also grow the mastery of your Conqueror's hockey. I don't think that means to scale to the scale to the strength.
It sounds like is that the spirit scales to the body. So I don't see the issue. Because you can see right after he says the spirit itself, he directly says strengthening only through the individual growth. Obviously with Luffy, we know he passively had Conquerors, but not passively. He had Conquerors, but he couldn't access it. That's what we see Marineford. No, actually, Marineford and Amazon. Is that Bo Hancock's place, right? Amazon only, right? Right? Amazon only, right?
I'm
just making sure I got the name right. But like we know Luffy has it, right? He just can't access it at will. And literally, this is a perfect example. When Blackbeard is fighting Luffy, right? In the pre-time skip, he's like, "Yo, you gotten stronger. Your hockey is good now, right? Well, not good, but he's like, yeah, your hockey's gotten stronger." And guess what? From there, we get his sparks, his Conqueror's hockey cues, and all that stuff. People are like, "Yo, what the fuck? Like, he might be cold. He might have some potential, but he's not. He's not right there right now." So I think it's pretty consistent that when I don't think that raw helps you. I think that raw only supports myself more. That the spirit is in accordance to the body.
Yeah, no, I don't think that necessarily helps you more because the way Rayleigh trained. Hold on.
Luffy punched him, and Blackbeard said, your hockey got stronger." Come on, bro. He wasn't.
Your hockey.
The only thing the only hockey he had access to pre-time skip was Conquerors.
Okay. So yeah, physically, yeah, sure. Through fighting, sure, your hockey can grow stronger. What I'm saying is, you can also train your hockey to make it stronger. So when I'm saying, hold on. Yeah, he wasn't training hockey at that point. So the general hockey, yes, like the overall hockey potency will grow stronger.
Exactly. So the only thing he was
yeah. That's fine. That's fine.
Okay.
Hold on a minute. But when I say Conqueror's Haki, the mastery of it and how effective you can use it is going to be dependent on how well you trained it. Obviously, Luffy didn't know how to control it. As you said, hold on. Luffy didn't even know how to control it pre-time skip until Brady told him how to utilize it and use it on will, right? It's going to be the same for ACOC. It's not like that's like a minimum strength threshold required to use
minimal strength. All Haki is, and it's just how used differently. Like the basic usage, like if you can't use it and so it loots randomly, it's just like you do an AoE shockwave, and then if you try to control it more instead of doing a shockwave, you can T-Rex. But it's going to be as powerful as an opponent full power. That's why
that's not going to be
training Haki. He's training his body because his body is getting stronger. His Conqueror's Haki is getting stronger. That's why Blackbeard says, "Yeah, your Haki is stronger, bro. Like you're doing some progress."
Yeah, right. The Blackbeard saying his Haki is getting stronger. Sure, his Haki can get stronger, but when I'm saying, oh, there's a way to use Conqueror's Haki in different ways, more effective ways, right? I'm saying Kaido can use his Haki. Kaido can use his Haki in a more effective way than Big Mom can, which is what we're really saying. Oh, this can be strengthened through the user's individual work. You said what?
I said because Luffy showcases this isn't the case. It just cannot apply to Kaido or anybody with Conqueror's Haki, bro.
Why does Luffy show that's not the case? What?
Luffy can't train Haki. He has no type of Haki that he has access to pre-time skip. He only has Conqueror's Haki, which is subconscious, where he only gets at the height of his extreme emotions, right? So the only thing that Luffy can do to get stronger is train his base or use some gear forms, okay? That's the only thing he can do to get stronger in the moment, all right?
Okay, so
because his body has gotten stronger through the islands, like what Zoro been saying during the CP9 shit. Oh, we went through like all these life that threatens the islands. We gotten stronger, that's what happens.
Yeah.
The Conqueror's Haki gets stronger.
Just because Luffy couldn't.
That Conqueror's Haki in correlation.
Okay, I don't think you understand what I'm saying. When I say Luffy's Haki was getting stronger, he couldn't consciously use Haki in the 3 time skip. He couldn't just pop on Haki observation, Haki Conqueror's Haki. But when Blackbeard says his Haki was getting stronger, obviously Luffy, by just doing his day-to-day things, was doing things that can help him step forward to growing Haki. Let's say observation Haki, we obviously knew was him dodging attacks, right? Dodging attacks under these certain circumstances. If Luffy's doing these basic activities, he's going to be slowly getting towards that goal of unlocking more of his observation Haki. So when Blackbeard says his Haki is getting stronger, that's because that could just be he's just doing the same training he was doing with Rayleigh, but on a passive extent because he's not intentionally trying to learn Haki. So although Luffy didn't have Haki at the point where he could just use it intentionally and consciously, he had Haki at a very passive level, at a low level where he was training it.
Okay, so we know Argument was because he can't attack Loki. There's no passive argument like Kai's argument. That's not he didn't have argument. We know Conqueror's was a thing because it's shown twice. Where's observation? Where's your argument for observation?
Okay, observation. Okay, again, I just said I gave him my reason. I just said
but your reason needs some evidence. So it needs some type of foreshadowing, some type of supporting evidence. I at least have some indication.
I need supporting evidence.
You have nothing.
Okay,
you have nothing.
Okay, your interpretation is that he's getting his Haki is growing stronger through him. His Haki is growing stronger for him simply just getting fighting through the Grand Line, right? 3 times when he didn't have Haki. What I'm saying is the way we could just chop it down to where this isn't contradictory to my argument is the fact that
if your argument is wrong though,
they just can't use it consciously. Wait, but why is it? Have you got any basis to say mine isn't wrong? I've given a rationale.
So
have passive Haki, they can't necessarily control, but it's still going to be stronger, right?
Is that you can't hold back Conqueror's Haki. Conqueror's Haki is as strong as you. Okay, I use the English translated scan where it really just says that blatantly. You posted your raw. I said verbatim. I don't think your raw is mine. I think it's also shown based on the raw that the spirit still their body. And what I do is I use Luffy as an example. Luffy has no type of Haki control. He can't use observation. He definitely can't use argument. The only type of Haki he has shown that he can use during pre-time skip is Conquerors in high, intense extremes in situations where his emotions are extremely peaked. Okay, because of that, the only way he's getting strong in pre-time skip is through the body. He trains, he fights, he goes second gear, goes third gear. Okay, Zoro just has to get stronger. Like Nami says he gets stronger and all that stuff. Like there's tons of statements of them getting stronger pre-time skip. And then next time Blackbeard sees them, he's like, "Yeah, your Haki's gotten stronger," and he's basing that off Luffy fucking punching him. Okay.
Alright, yeah, sure. So I'm gonna say one more thing, and then we could just conclude. So when I say yes, he can't control the hockey. That's but basically what I'm saying. He can't control the hockey, but we see there's passive moments where he can use it. So he can grow his hockey in the sense that he's training it passively. He's not doing active training like he was doing with Rayleigh, but he's doing things that can help him grow towards the progression of his hockey. He just can't utilize it. So when you said, oh well, he can't touch Logias, so that just means he had no progression in arm hockey. No, he just didn't know when to use it when he could, but he was training towards that point, right? He was training towards that point where he could activate it. His overall hockey was getting stronger. Observation hockey, him just dodging attacks in those specific circumstances, let's say he's off guard or whatever it is, those similar training regimens he's done with Rayleigh, they're going to be carried out in his day-to-day pirate life. That's what I'm saying. So his hockey can grow stronger while not having access to it. That's why he obviously had Conqueror's hockey. He always had it. He just couldn't tap into it. His hockey's still growing to grow stronger. He just can't utilize it like he could in the times. That's all it is. So yeah, we can conclude.
Yeah, I just think that your argument like has no type of basis showing that he had at least call it like observation at, like you definitely have argument. Like I don't you definitely can't make any type of showcase for argument. Like I don't think there's any type of like basis supporting that. You're trying to make an interpretation. Like I'm not falling for no interpretation, John. I have a much stronger argument that has correlations that is shown. You don't like based off that. My is more likely. I just won the point. Like
So
get him, Jen.
So he said, oh wow, Big Mom Kaido can't hold back in Conqueror's hockey because they scale to the user's strength. I said, well, I just interpret the scan differently, sent the rules, and it says this is strengthened through the individual's growth, right? He was then like, oh well, Luffy's hockey was getting stronger before the time skip, before he even had hockey. Obviously, this is just because his physicals are growing stronger, and that's why his Conqueror's hockey is growing stronger, as Blackbeard said. But like I said, in response to that, I just offered an alternate interpretation, which is just going to be completely either equal or more likely that instead of Luffy, his physicals growing stronger as the reason why his hockey is growing stronger, just that he was doing these exercises similar to Rayleigh's in his day-to-day pirate life, like punching hard enough, dodging attacks. That's what he done with Rayleigh to strengthen his hockey, right? It's just that he didn't know how to efficiently control it, and that's what Rayleigh taught him to do. So when he's saying, oh, well, Luffy got stronger when he had no hockey, so my interpretation is going to be more likely. I'm just saying, no, I don't interpret that pre-time skip thing to be Luffy physically getting stronger, turning into hockey strength. More so, his hockey strength is just growing up itself, but he just can't tap into it. That's my interpretation. I don't think he really given it necessary defeat on to why that isn't the case. So I think it'd just be equal. He has no reason. Like it just go back to his point, which is on the affirmative. So yeah, I don't think.
I think we can just have the debate be off that point because my scale is just gonna be like Blackbeard beat Law and Kid are both people of like cooking Big Mom to the point where she's breaking her bones. Big Mom's like literally equal to Kaido.
I don't think it's necessary. I don't think it's necessarily done that. Because first of all, we already established. Oh well, Big Mom Kaido might not be using the same amount of armor and hockey. Like, so I don't really think.
That's why. Wait. If I wanted to point that Conqueror is makes you go from away, I don't think the argument matters.
Yeah, but if you're okay, so you can use Conqueror's hockey. Sure. Physical. Let's say you won this. Presuppose you won this point. Physical skill to Conquerors. Okay, so he's going all out in physicals and Conquerors, but hockey is a completely distinct supernatural ability. Like I don't see why he'd also be going out. I don't see why he'd going all out in hockey in extension, right? And just general.
I've already made an argument for that earlier in the point. I said that the way Kaido phrases and talks to Big Mom, he's saying that he wants her to come to him as opposed to he go her. So like I think that's already good enough to attack that or in this.
Yeah, I already said.
Yeah, I think it's already good enough. So
okay. If you don't care about my response, Jin, if you don't care about my response, then that's up to you. But I promise you, my response was only going to be in reference to his. Okay, you can think that. You can think that.
Yeah, I just don't think you're responsible for throwing it. So I think it's
I
fine.
mean, anyway, you think. Okay, so you think Law being able to damage Big Mom means he's above Kaido because Kaido couldn't do so?
To the basically from the point that he did it, yes, blatantly. Like he breaks her bones, he like ruptures her, all that shit. Like Kaido's like fighting her, stabbing with her for days on end. Like there's a difference.
Yeah, okay. So we'll see. Kaido and Big Mom, first of all. It could be just like when they were fighting in the versions of themselves which they were fighting in, they were going to go blow for blow. They just couldn't land hits on each other, which is why we didn't see decisive damage done on one another. Whereas Law, he just blatantly hit Big Mom off guard with these attacks that supposedly broke her bones, and he was also in like conjunction with Kid's attacks too. So I don't think that's
No, they
even
don't.
going to
They don't ever like find attacks like on some Goku Vegeta shit. It's always like your attacks hit one by one individually. So all it does is showcase one bar.
Yeah, what I'm saying is like it's like a build up. Let's say my friend punched you in the stomach, right? He didn't quite win
Well,
you,
you already
nearly
that.
win
Like,
it. And then my second punch was able to win you. Obviously, my second punch is gonna.
I don't care. Come on first.
Law hit Big Mom
so
first. Yeah, we don't even know when Kid broke. Like she reveals the bones were broken after the Kid attack. Wait, what?
He doesn't hit any damn. He doesn't hit any of his waking attacks so after like Law does his shit, bro. He doesn't hit any damn punk till after Law hits with the shockwell. Like, come on, bro. Like, stop it.
He hits the punk corner deal. He hits a punk corner deal right after the attack. You know that, right? And then she's like, "Oh, I broke him up."
I agree. He does it.
Yes. Okay. So it took two attacks back to back for her to say, "Oh, I broke
Big
my
Mom
phone."
Big Mom directly addresses Law attacks before she addresses
Yeah, so why can't it be like, okay, why can't it be like, obviously we know the shockwaves are internal, the shockwaves just weakened Big Mom's bones, left it in a pretty bad state temporarily, and then the punk corner deal just rammed it while it was in a weak state. Why can't it just be that?
For one, it's her body, and secondly, Delphi powers do not work if your opponent has hockey strong. Because it pierces her body, know that the sword's above her, because the hockey didn't stop it, we know the hockey's also above her. So we both indications showcase that like Big Mom is just below Law.
Yeah, no, that's not going to be the case because certain abilities do not work. Yeah, that's not going to be the case, and I'll explain now. I'll explain why now. Because obviously Law couldn't use Shambles at the start of the raid. Their entire plan was just to knock Big Mom off the island. Obviously, he would have just used Shambles if he was now strong enough to do so. So just some abilities just don't work. It's just not. It's not going to follow. Like for example, he could be like. You said what?
I don't know how he can use Shambles from there. His awakened attack was Roman and sword. So where's using Shambles?
Yeah, he could just turn off the awaken and use Shambles and knock Big Mom
we
off
see
the island.
base
They went through an entire
Law Dofu can't attack Big Mom. We see that. What the hell? He can't do Shambles.
You said
base Law Dofu can't do Shambles.
Exactly. He can't do Shambles, which is what I'm saying. Because certain techniques.
What?
Wait, what's going to be the distinction in stats and hockey from Awaken Law to Base Law?
Directly, but Kaido says when you awaken is because your body and your mind catch up to your powers. That's directly showcasing that Law is stronger than he is beforehand. Like what?
He always had the awakening. He had the awakening on the rooftop.
Okay. That's my point. If awakening is a form that is showcasing a stronger state of yourself, and he didn't use awakening, he's weaker. Like what? Like I don't care if he always had.
Okay, no. If your mind and body catch up to yourself,
dynamic saga, not the
Jin.
saga. He didn't use. He's still weaker. That's relevant.
Jin. We can just interpret this as when the mind catches up to the body. That's going to be a one-time experience. You now know. Because your mind knows this info. Hold on. Now your mind mind now knows this information. Obviously, it's gonna be a one-time experience. You can just tap into it whenever. It's not like your mind and body just randomly change. Also, yeah, it's gonna be like a distinct. Like the awakenings can be distinct. I'm tracking.
You're not tracking. What I'm saying is that we know the form is stronger because of that statement, and because the form is stronger, Law is directly in a weaker form. That's why I brought up technology. That's like saying Goku has Super Saiyan Saiyan Saga. That's irrelevant. If he's still weaker. Like
Jin. We're talking about hockey capabilities. I agree the awakened form can be
I know about
more useful in combat. It can be more versatile for combat, but for raw hockey, I don't think anything's gonna change. Why would that change? Why would the hockey capabilities change? I'm just saying for the interpretation. It's just the abilities itself that change.
Basically, that's strong as Gear 5 cell. I hope you pray you don't.
No, I don't think base Luffy is strong as Gear 5, but there's going to be a distinction between a Zone Awakening and a Parameteor.
Because it's not as strong as Gear 5 self in base that showcases Another example why it's big, like it's like a fucking ant you get. It's literally like a Super Saiyan form, bro.
Yeah, that's fine. Like, that's fine. I'm literally telling you, like, with Law's abilities, all he really gets is new attacks, right? New attacks. Obviously, the hard
Attacks are also
what's in
stronger. I don't.
question right now. Yeah, sure. The attacks are stronger, but that doesn't necessarily mean that, oh, well, his hockey capabilities are going to be at the same level. What I'm arguing is
It
that
just shows
you're trying
it
to say,
is
oh,
though.
his
What the
hockey,
hell?
his
That's like me saying like
why is
it's
his
literally
hockey,
before,
why is his
look,
hockey
it's like
strong?
me saying this. Like it's like me saying this. It's like it's stated that Go Super Saiyan form can't even flick freeze away. After you go Super Saiyan, let's see he can flick freeze away. And you're saying, well, we don't know if the Super Saiyan form make that much. It's shown. Like what are you talking about? Like it's
No,
really
Jin.
like before he went to his awakening. Oh, well, I can't teleport him out. My hockey's not strong enough. Okay, he goes into his awakening form. Now his room attacks are like breaking her bones. He's able to easily incorporate that shit, picking her up. Like, bro, we gotta stop this.
Jin, bro. Listen, if we go back, you said Law can affect Big Mom, and we know Devil Fruits can negate thingy, so we can't be that far off Big Mom anyway. That's what you said,
Yeah.
right? Well, you think
Hey,
he's
wait,
strong?
guys! Before you guys
Yeah,
continue,
And then,
bro, I gotta go. You guys gotta get a different judge, bro. Or you can just
uh,
send this rec to somebody else.
yeah, sure.
Alright,
We'll just send it like regular system.
Goodbye.
Yeah. So Jin, obviously, there's going to be a distinction between hockey capabilities, and a devil fruit ability. Yeah, so Law's going to be more competent in the attacks he uses when in awakening. Obviously, it gives him new attacks, like being able to extend his blade, being able to remove the sound from his room, shit like that. But when it comes to hockey capabilities and what his hockey is capable of, there's no proof that his hockey is just becoming more potent. I'm saying there's multiple different abilities that may or may not be able to use depending on the hockey. For example, the counter shot could be used on Big Mom. The counter shot affected Big Mom on the rooftop, but the shambles didn't. It's just some techniques don't work. That's just how that whole system works. So I don't think you saying, oh, the shot really worked on Big Mom, that means he's over Big Mom. I don't think that's going to be sequitur. I don't think that follows.
Yeah, so those attacks that you mentioned that worked earlier, like that shit did like you know how Dofi had to counter it? Big Mom didn't have to do that. Like he had to do that earlier. So when you say it worked, I don't think it worked. I just think he hit her and it did like literally nothing. Like that's literally nothing
Yeah,
happened.
but it's still doing damage. It's obviously Big Mom's short ability.
No, but it didn't do its primary function though. It's supposed to rupture your organs and kill you from the inside. That should not kill it from the inside or rupture organs.
No,
Like
counter shock was obviously good. Our counter shock is obviously a weaker version of the gamma knife. Gamma knife is obviously a weaker version of the shock.
That that matters.
Obviously,
Like,
if you have a higher resistance to shockwaves, then you're obviously going to be
yeah,
what's his
your
flipping name?
resistance
Oh
is based
yeah,
off the hockey though.
you said what?
The resistance based off hockey is an example though.
Yeah, no, what? No, it can be
No,
resisted on physicals as well. Wait, what? If your body,
is it devil? No, because it's attacking her inside, so the hockey doesn't matter.
sure, what's that? You like that doesn't change anything. Like, bro,
It does matter.
listen, Jim.
We're talking about attacking the insides, the organs. Like so, the outside body does not matter. We're talking about the physical body. No, I'm talking about the inside organs. Like okay, it did not rupture organs or do any of that shit. So it literally did not do its primary function. It showcases that Big Mom nullified the ability. He do it
She
again, but
clearly
it's
didn't.
version.
Wait,
And what happens? She bones this time too. Now, she had to use a year for lifespan to even recover from these attacks.
wait. So how did she nullify it? How did she
Just had better
nullify it
hockey
when
and
she
fucking
literally
with
shows
better,
visible pain? No, she shows visible
had
pain from the
better,
counter shock. She just had better resistance to that level of
hockey.
shock. It's like
Had better
Jin.
hockey.
It's like if I get an electrical shock, like a small amount of watts, right, and I take one the size of a power plant. Obviously, I'm gonna fucking take more damage. What? Like it's gonna be the same principle here. If she's still taking damage from the counter shock, which she just visibly is, it's just not a significant amount of damage compared to the other attacks. Then she, what's his name? It's not going to be a hockey thing because the hockey thing just means he can completely negate the attack. Like, which is clearly not the case when she's taking visible damage, just insignificant.
No, I think the hockey thing is only referring to Delphin abilities. If the Delphin ability is supposed to like rupture your organs and do all that shit and like kill you from the inside, it doesn't do that. I think it just showcases that get Delphin ability.
He negates the Delphin ability.
Yep.
So again, so if it's doing some sort of damage, even if it's insignificant, how is it being negated? Jim?
Yeah. So like I said, like so for example, like when Luffy like you read that Gear 5 his main ability is more like the cartoon physics he has.
Sure.
Okay. So as a byproduct from the cartoon, the punch like, for it, like the punch will still gonna have some force, which is fine. That's, you know, but if the hockey is negating the cartoon physics, like blatant basically for the most part, but the punch obviously still has force to it, damage is still gonna come from the punch, like to some degree, unless like they're like transcended, like which is like very ugly compared, like in this late in the series, they're like a powerhouse, unless you're like the weakling tree doesn't even exist anymore, so I doubt that. They're not a powerhouse, but definitely not weak. But yeah, there's definitely like minimal damage that's going to happen based off just the force of attack alone, not the Delphin ability. Um, that's why when I said when awakening happens, Law just gets that amp, gets that stronger boy. His abilities now they're on different, complete level. It's now affecting her, seeing all her shit broken. Your life needs to be wasted. Clear difference.
Okay, yeah. So with the whole Luffy thing, let's say it's going to be different, right? Because not only is Luffy attacking through Haki, but he's also going to be attacking through obviously his toon force and his physical force. Whereas with the counter shock here, which is in question right now, it's literally just the Devil Fruit ability. Obviously, the Devil Fruit ability is the thing doing the damage. So yeah, let's say Luffy's punch was negated, like the toon force was negated, the Haki and the punch is still obviously going to be there. That's why there's still going to be some damage. Whereas with the counter shock, there's nothing but the Devil Fruit ability acting in that attack, I guess. Yeah. So I just don't think they're gonna connect to one another. I don't think it can be brought up like a valid response to my argument. We can conclude if you want. Just like
Yeah, I think we can conclude. That's fine.
yeah. You can give your conclusion first.
Yeah, I think that one is point. Because I think I showcased Law's Delphin ability just because Lily is supposed to wrap her fucking origins from the side. Shit did not work against her hockey wasn't strong enough. His already her hockey was strong enough for comparison to pre-awakening Law. So the only thing that Law must have had was the force from his previous attack where he obviously swinging his sword. So it's gonna have that. Law's not a weakling trio member. He's like a established fighter figurehead. So he's at least okay, if not strong. Even his base is based off that alone. So Big Mom's going to at least take minimal damage, which is fine. I can agree with that. And then we see a different where he's awakenings. Awakenings are blatantly just a stronger form, regardless if you think he had the awakening. And because of this, we see a really clear difference in the power to where Big Mom, where his Delphi is now on his sword. It's not like an extended room. And shit. So it's clear that there's a blatant level of difference in power to where like she can't do what she did beforehand. So Law is definitely much stronger. He can definitely overpower her in every aspect. And he's just built like that. Blackbeard Slam.
Alright, so I basically said, wow, Law was able to break the bone. Well, obviously I said Big Mom and Kaido could be go blow to blow to the point where in the fight they're not actually being able to land hits on each other, so we can't even see the decisive damage done. So when Law is breaking the bones of Big Mom, we can't even say for sure that Kaido wouldn't do the same thing if he lands the decisive blows in their hit. It could just be like Big Mom's fast enough to block these hits. And then we moved on from that, and he said, and then I also brought up the fact that Law didn't just fight on his ones, right? He also didn't land these attacks fairly. He would often take Big Mom by surprise, double up with Kid. He was like, okay, well, obviously these attacks aren't just done at the same time. I said, yeah, well, they're performed at a relative amount of time. So, for example, Law could shock her insides, make her insides very weak in that moment while she recovers. Obviously, Kid's not going to let that happen, and then just slams her with a ball, and that's why her bones were broken. It was just an attack willing conjunction. So I put forth the interpretation. This wasn't even be a great feat for Law, but then we moved on again into another point in the awakening. I then said, well, if Law, no, he said, sorry, that, well, Law can just bypass Big Mom's Haki negation. That means his Devil Fruit was strong enough, therefore he surpassed Big Mom. I said, well, I don't think that's just because you can pass through the Haki negation factor on Big Mom means you're stronger, because some techniques still didn't work, like Shambles. Because he tried using it earlier on in the raid and it didn't work. And the entire plan was to knock her off the island. Shambles would have been the perfect thing to do that, and he just didn't bother doing it because he'd likely just couldn't. Skin was fine with this. He then said that the base form was stronger, the weaker, sorry, and he gets stronger by using the Kaido scan. I said the mind and body catching up to the abilities can just be a one-time experience, and then you can just tap into it whenever, rather than your just stats and your haki increase within transforming. And then brought up an example with the counter shock. I said, oh, while the counter shock worked on Big Mom in base, it just done insignificant damage. He then brought up a Luffy analogy, saying, oh, while Luffy's 2-force can be negated, but he'd still do damage with his haki. I said, yeah, well, that's going to be fine. But yours counter shock in the scene doesn't even use haki, it's just a devil fruit ability, and that wasn't negated. So I don't think you really attacked my argument.
His body. I just did clarify. That was haki. That's his body.
Yeah, that's fine. I don't think it changed much. Yeah, but GG.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Chill better. No cap. Chill better.
Chill better? Don't know about that, buddy.
Chill better than you. I can't lie. He better than you, bro. Like he kind of compete, bro. Chill, definitely. Tyrell's definitely better. Tyrell's definitely better. Tyrell's like the best in his VC, bro. I can't lie.
Yeah, facts.
Kinda cold.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, like in like an eating contest. I mean, I think APT might be. Like APT might be.
I got